I apologize for speaking to the whole board without looking around. I thought we were on the same page. Student Support Services, Finance, Financial Consulting Contract.
Mr. James, I move that we put this off again until 3/10/2014. I'm working on some issues on this. And,
Okay, Mr. Murray, I want to withdraw my contract for consideration from the board. I'm going to give you all my 30 days notice today. I need to have support from the board or not support from the board, and you put it back another month. And I need to either do this or not do this. So I appreciate that you want to look at it some more, but
I mean, it's been 10 years the
that's
same
okay.
way.
You
so-
know, that's okay. It's exactly the same as what I've been doing for the last 10 years. I haven't changed anything. It's exactly how I've been paid for the last 10 years. And I just really feel like I need to either have support from the board or not. And you know, I understand your consideration, but you've had it for like another month or whatever to look at it and ask me any questions or anything. And so, you know, I appreciate your support, Mr. Morris, and I appreciate your support, Ms. Childs, but I'm not gonna go another month. So, you all
Mr.
can
Chair,
make
I
a
would say
decision.
that in degree to a personnel issue, we can't comment and do not want to comment on any of this. That would be something that I think we all should sleep on tonight, you know, and wake up the next day.
I feel better if we all sleep on it.
Well, I don't wanna wait another month to decide whether or not I'm still gonna be working here. I really don't. So, I mean, this is your all's decision to make or not to make. I gave you all my contract in good faith, and it was, you know, exactly like it's been for the last 10 years. I haven't gotten a raise in 10 years. I've been doing the same things. I really enjoy working for the school board. It's exactly the same as I've been getting paid. There's no changes in it. And, you know, I really, unless somebody has a real big issue with it, I don't understand why you want to wait another month, and I really would not like to. So that's, you all can choose.
Hasn't been a vote yet, so you're a bit premature.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that is my opinion, and I will withdraw my contract from consideration tonight if it's not voted on. So,
Wait for the vote out.
okay, thank you.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I don't feel like the board should be strong-armed in approving a contract by a financial consultant sitting here saying that she's going to withdraw if we don't approve it tonight. I strongly disagree if we go down that road.
Do we have a contract? Don't we have an evergreen contract?
And that's, Mr. Morris, that's all I was saying. That contract's been the same way for 10 years. All I was asking was to put it, I'm trying to make the best decision that I can myself, and everybody has an opinion here, so. I'm just working on something.
No, that we do have a contract.
Here's my
Yes,
understanding.
please, Mr. Poppers.
You do have a contract, but the contract is expired. So the financial consultant, per the terms of the contract, can give you 30 days notice if she desires. Now, I'm not remembering, I'd have to look at it, Pam. I don't remember whether it's oral or written. You probably know your own contract better than I do.
It's written in the bottom that
I think you have to give written notice, don't you?
Yeah, I can send written notice.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, I understand your
Right.
position here tonight, and I sort of understand the chairman and some other people. It's not that time sensitive. You still would be employed for 30 days. Why, if the board wants to try to look at this?
Well,
I understand
yes,
what you're saying.
It's been the same way for 10 years. Why
Right.
would you?
Well, that's my question to you. What is it I mean, since I haven't changed anything, is there something you would like changed in it, or is there something?
I'm looking into two different things concerning.
Okay, well,
different areas.
I'm not going to negotiate my contract,
Okay.
so you can approve it or not
No,
approve it,
that's up to
Mr.
the
Murray,
whole
that's
board.
your
It's not
opinion.
just me.
You
It's a board vote.
you're more than welcome to, if you don't agree with what I proposed there, then that's your, I mean, you're more than welcome to that. But that is what I've proposed, and I haven't done anything different unless you want to give me a raise. I mean, I don't think I've done, I'm doing the same job that I've always been doing. In fact, I'm probably doing a little bit more than I have done. And so I don't think that warrants, renegotiating any of the financial aspects of my contract if that's what you're interested in. So I'm not interested in doing that.
I don't speak for Mr. Murray, I don't know that it's what he's interested in, I think, and I don't know what he's working on, so I don't want to presume I know anything, other than, if the board chooses to wait till the next meeting, I would implore you to give us that 2 weeks, or whatever it is. I don't know what it is.
30 days. I'll give you 30 days in writing. I will be
So-
more than happy to, because that's what I
Are these
agreed to,
ridiculous?
and I wouldn't leave the school district in the lurch. I definitely would not
Well,
just leave in
I understand how.
one day and not help
Just asking
you all
you,
figure out what's
if the
going
board
on.
chooses to put this off for 2 weeks, would you give us those 2 weeks?
Well,
I mean, before you make your decision, I'm asking.
I'm just saying that I haven't changed anything, and I'm not interested in changing anything,
Ms.
and I've
Miller.
already put this off for another board meeting, and I'm not really sure what the point is. But, I mean, you all can vote however you want to. I mean,
I
that's,
understand that. I'm asking if you will not put your 30 days in for 2 more weeks, if the board chooses to wait for 2 more weeks. I don't know what the reasoning is behind it.
yeah,
I'm
I
sure
don't
that
either.
it-
I would, if I knew what the problem was, I would be more than
It
happy
may not
to.
be a problem. I don't know what Mr. Murray's looking at. but
Well,
it-
Mr. Murray, what would you like to look at further?
Like I said, I'm working on some things.
Well, what
Mr.
kind
Chairman,
of
you can-
things are
you
you,
can
I mean, I'm the
resolve
person that sent you the contract, so I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind letting me know what the issue you have with it is. Maybe I would decide whether I wanted to wait.
This conversation's not gonna go anywhere. Mr. Murray's not gonna talk about where he's working on.
Right, and I'm not gonna come to a school board meeting after he's dredged up whatever he wants to dredge up. I'm giving you my contract tonight, if you can decide to approve it or not. That's up to the school
Mr. Chairman, I'll
board.
go back to the fact that I really feel like legally, if this was going to be reviewed by some arbitrator in a court, that we've got a contract for the rest of the calendar
We
year
do.
with Pam as a contractor. I think an evergreen contract is just that, unless it expires or it's terminated by either party.
Right.
And we're not choosing to terminate. I don't think we voted on
No,
terminating
you are not
either
choosing to
contract.
terminate it,
You know,
I
like,
am.
you're here until June the 30th and you have a contract until June the 30th, I believe. I mean, I don't know much about contract law, I've been around the block, but I think your contracts exist until
Yeah,
June the 30th.
I
Is
agree.
that what the
And what
end
she's
of
saying
the
is she's gonna terminate the
fiscal year?
contract, and I'm asking her not to see what Mr. Murray comes up with in 2 weeks. If-
I would agree with that statement.
I don't think she's, I'm trying to talk her into it. but
No,
I'm-
I don't understand why, I just.
And I don't understand either.
Because Mr. Murray won't put anything on the agenda, he won't explain what he's looking at, he won't explain what his issue is, and I am not interested in subjecting myself to another 2 weeks of waiting to see what he's interested in. That's my opinion, and you all can, I don't know how to explain that, but I'm a professional, and I do things, the way I should be doing them, and I feel like, I guess I don't understand what the issue is with the
And
contract.
I don't
in the
understand
first
what the
place.
issue is either.
Right.
My thought is not leave the school, if you're great for the school, not leave the school hurt, I'll let you go away. At the same time, if I have a board member that has an issue he wants to talk about,
But he won't tell us what it is.
but he will tell us in 2 weeks, or I will vote regardless.
Maybe he'll make me come back 2 weeks from
But
now.
I understand where Pam's coming
I'm
from.
not
She can't put
interested
her
in
life
that.
on hold.
Right, just trying to
She can't put her
decide
life
whether
on
he's
hold, and
gonna
she has
agree to a contract
responsibilities,
or not.
Financial responsibilities. She can't put her life on hold from this meeting to this meeting to this meeting.
Right, and indefinitely without any kind of consideration as to what the issue is. I very much respect Mr. Murray that there's an issue you have with this contract, but I guess what I'm saying is I am not interested in changing the terms of what I'm currently doing, which is exactly what this contract is. So, even if you came 2 weeks later and wanted to change something, I would not probably be interested in agreeing to it, because I'm still doing all the same stuff I have been doing. I haven't changed anything I'm doing any differently.
Yes, ma'am.
So what you're saying is if we were to budget a different amount, you're not interested in
No,
what
you
this
can
board
budget
would see?
whatever amount. That doesn't have anything to do with my contract. There's not a budget amount in my
The
contract.
contract's an opening contract at this point.
No, the one that I've given you here to approve
You have a
is,
set amount of hours on the contract?
no, sir. It says whatever the board has approved for the budget.
For the budget.
Right.
So that was my question I just asked.
Yeah, well, we haven't approved the budget yet for next year.
That's
Right, so it would be whatever you all decided to make it.
my point.
Okay, so that,
I
but that wasn't part of my
have never come and said
contract.
I'm asking you to change your contract around or anything.
Okay.
Right, but that doesn't, that's not in my contract. There's not a finite amount. It says it would be up to the amount of the board
Right.
approved the budget. So you all can, that would be when you approve the budget later
Okay,
on.
we're wasting time, we're not getting anywhere at this point.
Okay.
We can set the, if Ms. Murray comes back and thinks that 1,000 hours, whatever it is, don't quote me, needs to be adjusted, and if the board agrees, we can adjust at budget time.
Right, that's just a
So,
budget issue.
At
That
this
doesn't
point,
have
we
anything
have,
to
we
do
have
with
a
my
motion on the
contract.
floor, it has not been seconded, so the other motion on the floor in response to this particular contract.
I did not hear her response as far as waiting until the next board meeting, other than she's given her 30-day notice. So are you willing to wait?
No, I don't
Mr.
want
Wilson.
to wait another.
will.
There's no second on the floor for Mr. Murray's motion, so there's no vote.
Who made the motion? Did you count that as me making the motion?
No, Mr. Murray made a motion to not approve the
Okay, wait,
contract, there
I'm
was no
sorry.
second.
I'm sorry. I missed that, excuse me.
So that motion dies, resigned.
To not approve.
So is there a motion to approve it, or are we got to do something, we're spinning our wheels in dirt?
I would make a motion to approve the financial consultant's contract.
I will second that one, Mr. Thanks to you to vote tonight.
Okay, please, discussion, thoughts, before we vote?
The only discussion I have is, I feel it's bad for a board to have a financial consultant strong them into going ahead and approving a contract.
And my argument would be, is that if the contract is bad, we can set it for 1 hour.
Understand?
So,
You can do whatever you want.
Understand that that contract's been sitting there for 10 years untouched.
I agree with that.
That's why you got a new one.
State auditor
That's why we give you a
state
new
auditor even says the contract is not a good contract.
That was the old one.
That was the old
Right.
The
That's
the
why
old
we're giving
contract,
you a
yes,
new one.
the old contract,
Right,
She supplied us with a new one.
right. The new one is what we're voting on.
exactly.
So we have a motion, and seconded on the floor to approve the contract. All those in favor, please. We'll go with this one. All those opposed? Not opposed?
Abstain.
Abstained?
I vote no.